What's up, guys? I'm Dr. Donald Mole, one of the co-founders of Kinetic Impact, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about the Kettlebell Deadlift, one of our favorite lifts because it is the foundation of anything kettlebell. So if you're looking to clean up some of your kettlebell form, whether that be the kettlebell deadlift, kettlebell clean, kettlebell swing, you got to start with owning the kettlebell deadlift. Also, the kettlebell deadlift is a great way to introduce deadlifts to beginners. I want to talk the details of how we coach the kettlebell deadlift. So I want to make it as simple as possible so you can get right to work, right? So first of all, it really starts with the setup. How you are setting up is going to dictate the success of the lift. So simply put, what you want to do is you want to stand directly over this weight so the handle is even with the inside ankle bone, right? So you're going to stand directly over it so it's level with the inside ankle bone. That's the starting position. That's how you always want to start. That's number one. Handle in between the ankle bone. Okay. Now number two, when you get into the setup, right, you want to reach down, right, hands on bell, and you want to be nice and firm with the grip. You really want to squeeze the holy hell out of that bell, right? So you feel active with the upper back and lats, right? And you should feel the back of the legs engaged because you're pushing down into the ground with your legs, right? So in order to do this, that butt needs to be back, right? And the shins need to be a bit more vertical, right? So that's your wedged position. You should feel wedged into the ground here, right? If this is hard for you to get into and you can't get into it without being in this position, what may help is bring the ground to you. I like to use a yoga block, right? Where you bring the ground up to you a little bit or elevate the weight, and that can allow you to hit those positions a little bit easier until your body gets used to getting a little lower, right? Don't sacrifice the position for the lack of range of motion, right? Hit the position even if you have to raise the kettlebell a little bit, okay? And then finally, from there, this is why it's so important to get the setup and starting position perfect, right? Because from there, once you have it in between the ankles, once you get hand on bell with a little bit vertical shins and squeeze the holy hell out of the bell and wedge your feet into the ground, all you got to do is, boom, stand up, right? So start position, end position. And I like to control the lower slower, tap it on a pane of glass, then stand, right? And that pane of glass is a family heirloom. Don't break my family heirloom. Tap it on a pane of glass, boom, stand. And my suggestion is to really own this. Make this feel as easy as possible. Create lots of tension while you're doing this, right? You should feel muscles activate. At the top, should feel like a front plank, right? Shouldn't be leaned back here, shouldn't be hunched over. It should feel like how you feel in a front plank, right? Very tense, like you're setting a pick in basketball. You should feel all those muscles on throughout this, right? This is why it's a great foundational movement for all things kettlebell, right? Because that hinge gets you the start position for the clean. That hinge, start position for the swing, right? That is a foundational movement for all things kettlebell, so that needs to be owned. And I suggest spending weeks and weeks and weeks on this. And the better you own this, you'll notice when you go back to your kettlebell swings, kettlebell cleans, things will really clean up, right? And this is a great way to introduce resistance training for beginners, right? So again, own this for weeks at a time and feel super confident and capable with this before going on and doing the more complex things. I hope this was helpful. Much more to come. If you have suggestions for us in the future, let us know. We're happy to oblige and do all things that you guys ask for. So shoot a comment, share this with somebody you think is helpful, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time.